Hi viewers, welcome to NEET MCQ Master. This session contains 15 NEET MCQs with their detailed explanations. Question 1. Which of the following statements is not true of two genes that show 50% recombination frequency? Options: the genes are tightly linked, the genes show independent assortment, if the genes are present on the same chromosome, they undergo more than one crossover in every meiosis, the genes may be on different chromosomes. The correct answer is the genes are tightly linked. We know that linkage and recombination and the relationship between them and the distance between the genes. Whenever the genes are close together, the chances of recombination are very less. So, here if the genes are tightly linked, that means they will not show 50% recombination. Question 2. Which of the following most appropriately describes hemophilia? Options: chromosomal disorder, dominant gene disorder, recessive gene disorder, X-linked recessive gene disorder. The correct answer is X-linked recessive gene disorder. Question 3. What is the genetic disorder in which an individual has overall masculine development, gynecomastia, and is sterile? Options: Edwards syndrome, Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome. The correct answer is Klinefelter syndrome. Question 4. The number of different genotypes in the F2 generation of a dihybrid cross is 4, 12, 9, 6. The correct answer is 9. See here, to find out the genotypes, you have to use the formula 3 raised to n, where n is the number of different characters that we are taking, number of different heterozygous characters. Since this is a dihybrid cross, we are dealing with two different characters. So it is 3 raised to 2. That is 3 into 3, which is 9. Question 5. An abnormal human baby with XXX sex chromosomes was born due to: option: fusion of 3 sperms and 1 ovum, formation of abnormal sperms in the father, formation of abnormal ova in the mother, fusion of 2 sperms and 1 ovum. The correct answer is formation of abnormal ova in the mother. We know that during the formation of ova, proper segregation of chromosomes should take place. But if that segregation is not taking place properly, we use the word like non-disjunction of chromosomes. Maybe instead of the X chromosome being pulled apart to two different sides, or during our meiosis process, maybe the two X chromosomes are moving towards one pole of the cell. In that case, that cell will have two X chromosomes. So when that egg having two X chromosomes, that is the abnormal ova, is fusing with a normal sperm having yet another X chromosome, the baby will have three X chromosomes. So that's the explanation. Question 6. A tall true breeding garden pea plant is crossed with a dwarf true breeding garden pea plant. When the F1 plants were selfed, the resulting genotypes were in the ratio of 3 tall is to 1 dwarf, 3 dwarf is to 1 tall, 1 tall homozygous is to 2 tall heterozygous is to 1 dwarf, 1 tall heterozygous is to 2 tall homozygous is to 1 dwarf. The correct answer is 1 tall homozygous is to 2 tall heterozygous is to 1 dwarf. See here in this question is the regarding genotypes. So we know that when we are speaking about genotypes, we have to use homozygous and heterozygous for the dominant characters. So here that option is coming under C and D. But we have chosen the correct answer because in that we can see 2, it is tall heterozygous. So always 2 is coming as heterozygous. So that's how we can choose the correct answer. Question 7. Which statement regarding backcross and test cross is true? Options: crossing F2 with a new variety is called test cross, crossing F1 with an unrelated plant is a test cross, Every back cross is a test cross. Every test cross is a back cross. Correct answer. Each test cross is a back cross. We know that test cross is crossing the F1 progeny with the recessive parent. So whenever we are crossing a progeny with a parent, that is a back cross. So every test cross is going to be a back cross. Question 8. Among the 7 traits studied by Mendel in peas, the number of traits related to flower, pod, and seed are 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. The correct answer is 2, 2, 2. We know that Mendel had studied 7 traits, in which 2 traits each were studied for flower, that is, flower color and flower position. Again for pod, pod shape and pod color. Again for seed, seed shape and seed color. So 2 each for each of these traits. Question 9. A gene showing codominance has options: alleles tightly linked on the same chromosome, alleles that are recessive to each other, both alleles independently expressed in the heterozygote, one allele dominant over the other. Correct answer: both alleles independently expressed in the heterozygote. We know that in the process of codominance, both are expressed equally. That means one is never influencing the other one. That means both the alleles are independently expressed. Question 10. Pick out the correct statements. First statement: hemophilia is a sex-linked recessive disease. Second statement: Down syndrome is due to aneuploidy. Third one: phenylketonuria is an autosomal recessive gene disorder. Fourth option: sickle cell anemia is an X-linked recessive gene disorder. Now, which among these are correct? Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is option A, B, and C. Now D is not the correct one. Why? Sickle cell anemia is X-linked is given here. It is not X-linked. It is autosomal because both males and females can be affected by this disease. Coming to the next one. Question number 11. A child of blood group O has a father with blood group B. The father's genotype must be. So here the options given are IAIA, IBI, small I, IB. We know that the blood group of the child is O. So definitely in the father, one should be small I. Let's see the correct answer. Correct answer is IBI. So father's blood group is B. So definitely IB should be there. Now what is the other one? Whether it is IB or a small I, we can decide it easily by looking at the child's blood group. Question 12. Down syndrome occurs in humans when there is an extra copy of chromosome 11, there is an extra copy of chromosome 9, there is an extra copy of chromosome 21, there is an extra copy of chromosome 22. Correct answer: when there is extra copy of chromosome 21. We know Down syndrome is due to trisomy of chromosome 21. Question 13. If a colorblind man marries a woman who is homozygous for normal color vision, the probability of their son being colorblind is 0%, 0.3%, 0.75%, 1%. Correct answer is 0%. Let's look for the reason. Color blindness is X-linked disorder. So here the child is a boy. So the child is getting Y chromosome from his father and his father is color blind. So Y chromosome has nothing to do with the disease color blindness. So son is getting a normal chromosome from the man who is color blind. What about his mother? Woman is homozygous for normal vision. So mother is totally normal. So the son is getting X chromosome from a normal woman. So son has zero chance of getting color blindness. Question 14. Thalassemia and sickle cell anemia are caused due to a problem in globin molecule synthesis. Select the correct statement. Options: sickle cell anemia is due to a quantitative problem of globin molecules. Second option: both are due to qualitative defect in globin chain synthesis. Third one, both are due to quantitative defect in globin chain synthesis. Last one, thalassemia is due to less synthesis of globin molecules. Correct answer, thalassemia is due to less synthesis of globin molecules. That means thalassemia is the only quantitative defect and sickle cell anemia is qualitative. Question 15. If individuals with genotype capital Y, capital R small r, capital T small t are crossed with each other, the total number of possible genotypes among the progeny is options 12, 27, 16, 9. The correct answer is 27. Dear listeners and viewers, you can just crack this answer by just using a small formula 3 raised to n, where n represents the number of heterozygous alleles found here. You can see here there are 3 heterozygous alleles, Y, R and T. So you have to use 3 raised to 3 as the formula, that is 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. Hope today's questions and answers were informative and useful to you. Keep watching, listening and supporting. Thank you.